Hey everybody, continuing on with my freeze-dried food. Today I am going to cook up 5 dozen eggs and freeze-dry those. I'll show you some of the progress as I get going. Now I've got to cook all this up. Okay, so I cooked the 5 dozen eggs. I actually had to cook another 18 to fill up the trays. And here's what the trays look like, full of scrambled eggs with some cheese in it. Start at the freeze dryer and wait, it'll be about 24-ish hours. So I'm waiting for the new software that HarvestRight has put out for their freeze dryers. That's supposed to speed up the process. So as soon as I get that, that'll be really nice to have. And here we go. So I will show you the finished product when it's done, and yeah, talk a little bit more then. So I will see you in roughly 24 hours. Good morning, everybody. So it took a little bit longer than I thought it would. We're at just over 36 hours. And it finished a little bit ago, so maybe about 35 hours. So when you're done with it, reach back here, open up the drain valve, and then it lets the air back into it. So let's take a look at this and see how it is. Look at that. Looks just like it did when I put it in. Very dry. And I think, yeah, some of the big chunks here. It's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it inside and then we'll talk some more. See you in a minute. So I also wanted to show you, if it'll focus in here, I talked about last time the ice ring that forms on the inside of the chamber. I know it's not focusing very well in there. So you can't get it. Focus. There it is. But it's a pretty good chunk. I can't get my hand in there. Pretty good chunk of ice in there. And what I'll do now is come down to the panel and we're going to defrost. And I've taken all the food out. Continue. So it will take about 2 hours, defrost, get all that in there, and then down here I've got a bucket that everything collects into. So, okay guys, I wanted to show you how much water was pulled out of the eggs after the freeze dryer defrosted. It is quite a substantial amount. Look at that, that's so much water. So this is what it looks like. You can hardly tell the difference between fresh scrambled eggs and freeze-dried scrambled eggs. What I'm going to do is weigh it up, and then I'm actually going to blend it up and make it almost a powder form. And then by weighing it up, I'll be able to divide it by the 78 eggs. Yes, there'll be cheese in there, but it'll be egg and cheese mixture. So I can figure out what one egg is going to weigh and measure out to, so that I can make meals based on eggs and cheese. So I'll put macros of what this entire batch of 78 eggs and cheese is on the screen. So here we go. Alright everybody, so this is what we're left with, the powdered version of the eggs. It's going to make packing this up real easy. So what I want to do then is figure out what one egg is going to weigh, and it's going to be 17.3 grams is what it is. So I'm going to use a tablespoon measure and make sure that I can try and calculate this out. If it is 1 tablespoon, that'll be great. We'll find out here. So 1 tablespoon of that is 5 grams. 10. So we get to roughly 17 grams. That then is 1 egg, which is about right. Well, egg and cheese, because I added cheese to this. So, okay, so I've got my 1 egg, just over 3 tablespoons of freeze-dried eggs, and I might just call that 3 tablespoons. I've got some hot water here, and I'm going to use a tablespoon and try and do this so that maybe it'll be a 3 to 1. Let's see how it works out. So 1 tablespoon of hot water, not quite enough. 2 maybe. So then what you do is you mix the eggs and the water to the consistency that you enjoy for your eggs, and I might just do a little bit more. And for eggs, they'll soak it up really, really fast. Meat you have to let sit for about 5 minutes or so if it's ground up, or if it's in smaller chunks. So this actually looks really, really good. When I made this, I did not season it, so it's just eggs and cheese. I've got some red salt here that I'm going to add to it, but I'm just going to... That looks pretty good there. What do you think? It all kind of came together like scrambled eggs does. That's really good. Might just need a tiny bit more water. So it's almost a 1-to-1 ratio with this, with 3 tablespoons of egg and 3 tablespoons of water. Just let that sit for a few minutes. I'm not going to bore you doing that here, but add a little bit of red salt. Mix that up. Let's give it a taste. Really, really good. So guys, that is how I made some freeze-dried eggs, scrambled eggs. I can use that hiking, camping. I can use that in the morning if I'm running late. I can just grab some scoops out, heat up some water, and be good to go. Take it to work. Everybody has some hot water at work, and add a little bit of seasoning to it before you add your water, and you're good. The dogs loved it. I gave them some pieces. It's just cooked egg and cheese, so they were in heaven. And yeah, let me know if you like this. Let me know if there's something else that you would like to see. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey every guy, hey every guy. Hey every guy out there.